So you decided to learn how to trade, right? But if you're anything like me, then you probably got other responsibilities. Something like a full-time job, right? So I've been through this journey as well, and I'm still on this journey, but I've gone from not knowing what trading is at all to becoming a profitable trader, all while learning with a full-time job. So what I'm going to do today in this video is share with you 5 key practical tips that you need to know that will give you the best chance of success and becoming a profitable trader. And the 5th tip that I'm going to share with you today is probably the most important tip when it comes to being successful on this journey. So make sure you hang around for that. And I may even give you a bonus tip as well. Right, so let's get straight into it. Tip number 1, forget about the money for now, okay? Trading is about the long game. It's a skill set. And it's a skill set that is a very, very difficult skill set to acquire. So if you're still focusing on the money at all times, you're gonna lose track of focus. You're not gonna keep the focus because you're gonna be thinking about making money from the jump. You don't want to do that. I've been on this journey since 2019. That's the year that I took my first trade. It's now 2023, and I'm 4 years into this journey. See, the issue that I had is that when I started my journey based on signals. I started my journey making quick money straight away. And that's how Forex was sold to me. But once I decided to learn trading for myself, I quickly realized that this is not a quick money scheme at all. So forget about the money for now, because the money will come if you focus on the skill set. It's important to understand that if you've got a full-time job and a family as well and other responsibilities, it's gonna take you a little while longer to acquire the skill set. It'd be like any other skill set. If you've got an individual that doesn't have responsibilities, or they don't have a full-time job and they can spend all day and all night studying and practicing to build and acquire a skill set, of course they're going to get there faster than somebody that has a job and has responsibilities. So please make sure that you don't find yourself comparing yourself with other individuals that may be in their late teens or early 20s and they have no responsibilities. See, myself, I'm in my 30s, I've got a wife, I've got children, and it meant that I have to take time on my evenings and weekends to learn the skill set. And if I was to compare myself to individuals that I'm seeing online, sometimes I'm seeing young, late teens and early 20-year-olds come into the game, and within a year or two, they're making great profits and they're doing amazing. But the thing is, I have to remember that this isn't a comparison game. This is not a competition, and it's not about anybody else. So you remember that as well. It's not about anybody else. It's all about you. All right. So don't compare yourself with other individuals. Just do what you need to do, and you'll get there. Remember, you've got a full-time job, but you've got responsibilities, and your responsibilities are your priority at this moment in time. The skill set will come. Just give it time. Point number 2. It's all about sacrifices. See, this is the one that's probably the least popular one, but it's a non-negotiable. If you want to build anything of significance, something has to be given, right? So there's going to be sacrifices, especially when you're someone that has responsibilities or a job. So social events, sporting events, nights out, you have to give some of those things up, if not all of those things up, because you're going to have to find the time to put in to make sure you're making progress on a consistent basis. Because if you spend every single weekend and every evening watching some kind of sport game, or you're on a night out, or you're at a social event, or you're on Netflix, you're not going to make progress. So sacrifices have to be made in that instance. And also, there are other opportunities that you're going to miss. Remember that. You do not want to have shiny object syndrome when you see something new come along, and because you're not making the progress at the speed that you want to make the progress at, while you're learning how to trade, you jump from this ship to another one. Don't do that. Remain focused. Other opportunities will come your way, but you may have to pass them by, and that's okay. Be okay with that. Be okay with missing other opportunities because you're focused on your goal and your journey. And these kinds of opportunities may even come in the form of career progression, because your career or your job, they may be offering you potentially promotions or offering you ways that you can progress in your career. But let's be honest, if you progress in a career or up your corporate ladder, there's a high chance it means you're going to spend more hours at work. So you have to decide and make a decision on what's better for your long-term progress. Is it that you want to progress in your career, or is it that you don't want to? What's better for your long-term goal? What's better for your long-term vision and your long-term journey? You have to decide. So for myself, I purposely haven't focused on career progression in my day job because I was so focused on trading. because I knew that if I could progress in my career, it's going to take time away from me and being able to study and develop as a trader and my other entrepreneurial pursuits. So it meant that I purposely had to put it on the back burner. Sometimes it meant, turning away extra money because I knew that my time would be taken in the career progression. That time is the most valuable asset. So if that's removed from you, your long-term vision and your long-term goals will also be removed from you. So you have to understand what's important in regard to your long-term vision, and you got to make sure that you put your priorities in the right order. And don't get me wrong, this is going to take faith, because you're going to have certain career progression coming your way where you can get a certain salary and almost 100% guaranteed money. And because you're putting that on the back burner for your long-term vision and the life you're trying to build, you're going to have some doubt at times, and it's going to take faith in your vision, faith in that, that God's going to come through for you and you're going to be able to achieve your vision. And you will, if you remain faithful, if you put the work in and you remain focused. So keep the faith. Point number 3, focus on you. See, trading communities can be great, especially when you're bouncing ideas off of individuals that trade the same way that you do, but make sure that the communities do not become a distraction. Because sometimes we can end up focusing on what other people are doing in the communities, constantly watching what other people are doing, that we take our eyes off of the ball. We take our eyes off of our journey and what we're doing in our trading development, and we can get ourselves caught up in the hype. Don't do that. And it's the same with social media. Social media can be used as an inspirational tool. However, if you're watching people and you're getting envious because you're watching everyone catch their sniper entries, or you're watching everyone having these profits, remember, half of social media, probably more than half of social media, is fake. People don't share their losses. They don't share when they take 5 L's in a row. They show that one win. So don't be caught up on social media and don't get caught up in trading communities, because it's the same thing. Again, both had their pluses. So, be involved where you believe it will be useful for you and your journey and your development, but don't be caught up by it. The other danger of social media, and if you're not in the right communities, is that because you'll see other people getting great results from their trading system and their trading plan, it's gonna get you thinking potentially to system hop. And that's one of the worst things that we can do as traders. It's okay to system hop if you realize that you've been trading the wrong way this whole time and your trading system as a whole isn't profitable. That's advisable. However, if you've got a profitable system and it's profitable and it's just about you back testing and sharpening your edge, you do not want to be strategy hopping over and over again, because you're just going to delay your progression. So remember that. Don't get caught up in strategy hopping. Don't be distracted on everyone on social media and everyone in different communities. Focus on you. Point number 4. See, for me, this is one of the most frustrating things for me. And this is the fact that because you have a full-time job or you've got other responsibilities, you're going to miss trades. All I can say is get over it. If you've got other responsibilities and you're not a full-time trader and you're trying to be a day trader, you're going to miss some trades. The amount of times I've missed trades because I've been in meetings or I've been doing different things in my job, or even I've been out with the family on certain days and I missed trades because of that, that's just part and parcel of the journey. It happens, right? You're not going to catch every single trade. You're not going to catch every single move. So get over the fact that you're going to miss trades. So when you do miss the trade, you can just add it to your journal. You can back test and you can see where you would have caught the trade or where you would have caught the loss or whatever happened in the market that day. The fact is, you have priorities. The priorities is to make sure that you've got a roof over your head and you've got food in your cupboard, all right? And that's what your day job gives you, and that's absolutely fine. And remember, you don't have to catch every single move or every single trade that fits your system to be profitable, okay? So catch the ones that you're able to catch, and eventually you will hit your goals. Don't worry. Take a chill pill, relax. And the 5th and final tip is to keep your mouth shut. Yes, I mean it. Keep your mouth shut. Don't tell everybody what you're doing. Don't tell everybody about your trading journey. Don't tell everybody that you're about to start trading, or if you have already started, don't tell everybody what you're doing. Because most people are not educated in this space. Most people believe that trading is a scam, when that term in itself is nonsense, okay? But what's gonna happen is you're gonna share your journey, you're gonna share what you're doing with people that aren't educated, and they're going to discourage you. They're gonna say, isn't that thing a scam? Or what will happen is they'll constantly ask you questions about your trading and how you're getting on. And for the most part, this isn't encouraging, especially when you've been on it for 2, 3, 4, 5 years and you're not seeing the results that you want to get. You're gonna have people asking you, are you making money yet? Have you left your job yet? Are you rich yet? How isn't it easy though? Or is it really that hard? Or should you really be doing this? Should you carry on? Don't you think it's better to focus on your career? Maybe you should go back to university. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should try this thing. Maybe you should try drop shipping. Maybe you should try this. Forget about everybody else. Okay? Do not tell everybody what you're doing, because it's not going to work out well. Trust me on this one. I'm speaking from experience. So if you're clever with it, keep your mouth shut. Have 1 or 2 people that you speak to that can give you encouragement when you find things hard. Find the 1 or 2 people online that you genuinely are inspired by. Follow them to keep the faith. Follow them to keep you inspired. But don't go around telling your work colleagues what you're doing. Do not do that. Don't tell all your family and your friends what you're doing. Tell 1 or 2 that genuinely are going to believe in you and push you and keep you dedicated and keep you motivated. But pick wisely, because who you tell can come back to haunt you. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and click that bell. And if you want to watch more, check out this video over here when I talk about how I became profitable. Enjoy.